So we're here in Ravenna, Italy. Behind me is the Basilica di San Vitale, and also on the same site is the Mausoleo di GALLA. And I had no idea what Ravenna was about before we came, and I am very happily surprised. Inside both of these buildings were the most intricate, colorful, beautiful mosaics I've ever seen in my life. In the mausoleum, there were, it was smaller, but on all the little domes inside the mausoleum, there were very colorful mosaics with different kinds of Christian symbolism and things. And then in this cathedral, it was just almost overwhelming, but just the size of the mosaic, it fills the whole front part of the basilica. And there are mosaics of all sorts of Christian figures. There's Abel and Melchizedek, and there's the 12 apostles, and there's, of course, several images of Jesus Christ, and it's just all very impressive.
The buildings we visited in Ravenna had mosaics that were all unique and beautiful in their own way. The first building we visited was the mausoleum. This was where I realized how beautiful our day in Ravenna would be. The Basilica di San Vitale had mosaics that were equally beautiful, but they were much larger. The mosaics were filled with Christian symbolism. Even the floors at San Vitale were covered in mosaics.
Okay, so we just finished up lunch at this place, Trattoria la Rustica, and it was one of my favorite restaurants in Italy. This one was a huge winner. I don't remember how I found it, but I think my lucky stars we did. We got another tortelli zucca plate. That's pumpkin tortellini. We got some like ragu, pasta, and then like a pork dish with olive oil and candied onions and potatoes, and then like some like mascarpone ice cream for dessert. It was really, really good. Like every plate was so good, and everyone in there was speaking Italian. This is a little bit, I got a little bit off the tourist track, so really great find today.
After lunch, we stopped for more gelato.
We are back to having gelato, and I've ordered my standard lemon and chocolate. Only this time, Audrey has decided that she likes the lemon. It's actually gone now, but she ate quite a bit of the scoop and wanted the lemon over the chocolate. So that's kind of a fun development.
In the afternoon, we visited a few more of Ravenna's most beautiful buildings, including the Basilica di SANT'APOLLINARE. The walls on the sides of the interior were covered in beautiful mosaics.
Alright, so we're currently outside the baptistery, which is another of the famous sites in Ravenna with beautiful mosaics inside, mosaics on the ceiling and mosaics on the walls and arches, and really beautiful. We're very enthusiastic about it all. We're also enthusiastic at this point about going home because we're tired and it's been a hot day. But Ravenna has been a beautiful, beautiful city. As I said earlier, I didn't know really what it was that made this place beautiful, but the mosaics are second to none. Probably the most beautiful in the world. And so it's been amazing to see. We have one last chapel to stop by, and then we're going to call it a day.
The small Archivescovile chapel was a great way to wrap up our day in Ravenna.